And welcome back to another episode of Options Tempo. This is the Lost Investor 2024 portfolio, and I have an update. So far, year to date, as of January 22nd, the S&P 500 is up 2.39%. This portfolio is up 14.32%. Since my last video, I've made a few new buys. I bought some more options and I bought some new stock, and I also sold one of my options contracts. The position that I sold was Apple. I bought Apple calls on January 4th for $2.95. I sold them on January 19th for $4.95. That's a profit of $200. And if we look at the daily charts on Apple, January 4th was here. I bought it at a very low point, very nice bounce. I thought this was an overreaction of the watch. They have the new AR headset coming out later this year, and I knew it was an overreaction. I bought February calls and I sold them right here on January 19th. We go back to my sell orders here. I sold it January 19th for $4.95. I didn't sell it today. I didn't sell it at almost all-time highs, but I'm very happy with this trade. I should have held it just a little bit longer, but I still wanted to lock in some profits. If I see a pullback, I'll probably get back into it. Earnings is coming, and this is why I bought into these options for that volatility and potential run-up going into earnings. My options did expire before earnings, so if there's a nice pullback, I might buy going into earnings once again after earnings expiration. That is the Apple play. If we look at my portfolio, I closed it right here. The original investment was $295. I closed it for $495. That's a $200 profit. That's 67.8% profit on those Apple calls. These right here. So these are now closed. So wonderful play there. And now since we're looking at our options, I bought Bitfarm options on January 12th. I bought the $3 calls. I bought them for $100. That was the investment. The current value is $73, and I'm down $27, 27% on those as of right now. If we look at the chart, we had a massive rally followed by a pullback. The Bitcoin ETFs are now approved. I was doing a play based on that information, but also this is a long-term play. So this is not really a trade. If you look at the calls, I bought for 2025 until next year. So I'm holding these long-term. This is not a short-term trade. Apple was my only short-term trade, and I did sell off of that already. Now PayPal, just to revisit, I'm still holding those. Those are for 2026. They're working out nicely. I'm up $188. That's 31% already. I just bought them a few weeks ago, and these expire in 2 years. So I'm definitely not going to pay attention to these anytime soon. I'm not selling. This is not a trade. So looking very nice. That's Bitfarm as well. Now TLT, I bought some calls on TLT. I am bullish. Bonds, I do think that we're going to have some rate cuts this year. I don't know how many. There's a lot of rate cuts being forecasted. We did have some inflation CPI numbers come in last week that were good, which is negative for rate cuts. So maybe rate cuts are going to be delayed a little bit. It looks like it's still being priced in for first rate cut in March. Who knows? Don't know, but I'm still bullish. Bonds, so we have TLT. I bought the 110 calls for January 2025. I bought these for $195. They're worth $196 right now. So I'm up $1. That's 0.51% on those. The next options I bought right here is backed. If we look at that stock also, it's rallied just like Bitfarms. I believe this is a crypto custodian company, which will be offering services to other businesses. It's a company that I've been following. I'm bullish backed. I'm bullish Bitfarms. And I bought the $2 calls. For sure, we'll hit that mark before 2026. I bought 2 years out on these as well for $75. Very inexpensive. I think this is a great deal. It's worth right now $78. That's a $3 profit. That's 4% already on these Bitfarm calls. And these are my options. Now let's go back to my stocks. In addition to buying the back calls, I bought some shares on January 12th. I bought 61 shares at a price of $164. That brings that investment at $100. Current stock price $144, current value $80. I am negative 12% already on those. We're seeing a major pullback since those inflation numbers. We have Riot as well. This is a crypto miner, just like Bitfarms. I'm bullish Riot. On January 17th, I bought 9.15 shares at a price of $10.93. I think that's a steal. That's a $100 investment. Current stock price $10.60. I'm down a few dollars. I'm down $3. That's 3% on that position. The next one, I did pull some triggers on Shop. That's Shopify. I'm bullish right now on online shopping and payment processing. I think this is where the money is at. There's going to be some phenomenal opportunities, just like PayPal. It's one of my favorites. And Shop, I bought this on January 19th. I bought 1.29 shares at a price of $77.44. Investment $99.90. Current stock price $80.26. Current value $103.54. And I'm up $3.64. That's 3.64%. Pretty simple. And the last investment today, January 22nd, I bought Coinbase. We saw a rally followed by a pretty significant pullback. So I had bought Coinbase before. I bought it once again. I'm averaging down. So I bought 0.79 shares. That's at a price of $126. That's about a $100 investment. And the stock price is $128, and this position is up $1.67. That's 1.67%. The original position is down $16, so I'm down in this position around $14 overall. I'm averaging down into this position. That is Coinbase. So this is my latest update. I'm still doing pretty well. I'm sustaining some pretty good gains. I did sell Apple a little early. I am having a little bit of remorse there, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. It is what it is. Profitable trade. First trade that I closed, first position that I closed, and that was a short-term play. Everything else that I'm buying is for next year or the year after. So I won't be closing any of these anytime soon. And that makes up the portfolio. So far, I've invested $2,360. I'm up 14.3% compared to the S&P 500. That's 2.39%. Profit $338. So far, January is looking pretty good for me. I've been sustaining pretty decent returns already in about 2 to 3 weeks. Pretty good. Doesn't mean I'm going to hold at these levels, but my goal is to beat the S&P 500 this year. So if the S&P 500 is negative 10%, for example, if I'm negative 9% for the year, that'll be a win for me. Now, if S&P 500 is positive, obviously I want to outperform that. I don't know where I will be standing at the end of the year, but definitely I want to stand significantly higher than the S&P 500 because that's the goal of trading and investing. If you can't beat the S&P 500, then just buy the S&P 500. But I feel pretty confident that I'll be able to beat it by the end of the year. So that is my latest update, The Lost Investor. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, hit the notification bell so that you can get my latest portfolio updates. Also, these are not time-sensitive positions. So if you're looking into getting into some trades or new positions, these are pretty simple and low risk, in my opinion, to some degree, to get into. So this is not time-sensitive. I might be doing updates a little bit more often, maybe twice a week, or at least once a week going forward. We'll see based on any significant news or portfolio changes. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.